Well, this looks ominous. Oh, it leads to a chest. It does lead to a chest. The Grail Locket. And this chest is empty. What's a Grail Locket do? Prevents all abnormal status. Okay, wow, that's pretty epic. I'm actually going to put it on him. This one leads to a chest which says Celestial Bomb, and this chest is empty. Yep. I'm so sorry, Kevin. Who's this? I failed as your mother. But I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Mum? Is this... At least this way. At least this way the two of us can... What do we have? We have Malevolent Ghost. Curses all she sees and steals her abilities. Okay, if you say so. Now, how was I doing this? That's what I was doing.
Let's end this.
Ow. Craft. Craft.
I'll save you.
There's no 3,000 weapons.
Upon the golden wings of battle, descending to that
Just you now. Can I reach you with a potion? I can reach you with a potion, which is great news. I'll heal poison if I can. You don't have much left. Okay.
I'll save you. I'll save you. Take this.
Craft. Arc Fencer.
No way.
He doesn't do much. You are completely resistant against wind, but weak to silver. Ascension, why not?
Let's go. Oh, heavenly servants of the gods, come down and purify your sick flesh on earth. Thou art truly such a guardian.
That works.
Oh, beautiful souls, may you rest in peace.
Lots of Sepith, very level up. Loads of items. Always welcome. Damn, that one hurts. Kevin, you don't... This place is out of thinking it was seriously what I wanted for myself. I'm probably the biggest masochist I ever lived, don't you think? You don't need to force yourself to talk, Kevin. Sorry. I suppose this moment has come too sooner or later. I've been running away from Mom's death ever since the day I lost her. Always so desperate to look away from it all. But now I feel I can finally accept what happened. You're sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Let's get going. We've got plenty of time to be sad after we get out of this place. Okay. Ignoring the high number of enemies. The chest is empty. I don't know why I'm checking all the chests. We know all the chests are empty. They've been telling us that all the time. So that is a straight path. No thanks. What? This is a anomalous looking area. I'm actually going to do a mid-episode save because this feels different. Even, especially given the fact they have a save point right here. Sorry, a heal point right here. And weird rockmen trying to climb up. And a big arena. Oh, where we exit? or entrance. The gates of Gehenna. Those gates are distorted but steadfast, certain to keep the living and the dead apart. Yeah, we've accurately realised for sure. Too bad the testaments don't give us any clues as to how the two of us can force them open. Nor do you have any chance of doing so. Who was that? About time. Thought so. A pleasure to see you again, Kevin Graham. I never thought we'd have a pleasure meeting face to face again. Certainly not in a place bedecked with so many delightful peculiarities. I figured you might show up as well eventually. This plane full of people I've killed, you rearing your ugly head was always a given. Who is he? He's the biggest sin in the church that's ever been unfortunate enough to have in their ranks. The Bishop of Congregation for the Sacraments, who went on to become an Anguis in Ouroboros. George Wiseman, the demon I put an end to half a year ago. That's him? Not discerning your identity was truly my most careless blunder. I never suspected a priest before me would be one to inherit the long vacant position of a Fifth Dominion. Life does so love its surprises, does it not? Well, that was a point of me being a Dominion was deliberately kept secret so it could serve as one of the congregation's trump cards. Of course, the truth's out in the open now, but it's fair enough price to pay if it means you're dead. The congregation always were a cunning bunch. They created such an elaborate scheme just to take out poor little me. Was the plan conceived shortly after your stigma first manifested? No, I'm sure it was. After that, it was your immediate biding your time until you could make your move. With Dominion, the salt pale, and a carefully designed game plan on my side, the odds of me escaping with my life were woefully slim indeed. You're about as cunning as they are. In that sense, you're probably just as right when you call me a damn dog. I was fine with being outweighed too. How respectful of you. I must admit, I'm astounded. I had carried out plenty of my own research on stigmas and their capabilities. I had no idea that genuine article was capable of quite this much. What are you talking about? I spoke that deep down, you already know the answer, but it's my deepest pleasure to elaborate. The Gehenna in which we stand is a reflection of your latent desires, that you already know. More specifically, it is the cause of this is your stigma. Huh? After all, the Oriola's disappearance, Phantasma was thrown into a state of great confusion. After all, Phantasma was the Oriola's subsystem. Without the Oriola to control it, it was like a ship whose captain has suddenly vanished, lost. To calm down its own confusion, Phantasma sought a new master who could take the place of the Oriola and control it. Specifically, it chose the person with the deepest trauma from amongst those close to the Oriola when it vanished. Its decision made, it found a stigma exists deep within you and made a copy of it itself. That stigma manifested your latent desire, Gehenna, here in Phantasma. That is how both this and the Lord of Phantasma came into existence. I suppose that's enough exposition for now, and now we're clear of confusion. I have a proposition for you. One would allow you to resolve this without a single loss of life. A tantalizing prospect, no? You can do that? Really? It's quite simple. You only need to cast away your humanity, nothing more. Your stigma rose from the ashes of immense despair and guilt. What better way to deal with a situation than to become a being that is not burdened by such worthless emotions? To become a truly self-supporting superhuman, capable of controlling every facet of themselves. You're insane. That's no way for people to live. Yet it's a goal I obsessively pursue in both life and death alike. My research into stigmas was but one part of my efforts to achieve it. My efforts with Joshua made off borne fruit, but you are so very close to reaching it. And once you become a superhuman, you'll be able to fully control your own stigma and emerge as the new Lord of Phantasma. Silence, Faceless. Stop trying to deceive him with that forked tongue of yours. Please. I'm doing no such thing. I only presented a modest proposal at best. Not one word I've said is a lie, I swear it. You could argue that I may feel resentment towards him for being instrumental in my death. But at this point, all that matters little to me. Everything pales in significance to see my long-cherished ambition realized. I abandoned the church's teachings and joined Ouroboros in pursuit of creating a superhuman, and now I finally can. It's alright, Reese. You don't need to keep defending me. Yeah, I'm glad to see you understand me. I always knew you would see sense in the end. It's hard to disagree with the fact that I need to be stronger than I am. It was my weakness and my cowardice that led me to taking Rufina's life. It was my weakness and my cowardice that led me to rejecting Mum. And now it's those same two qualities have led Reese and the others to getting drawn into this mess. All those things are on me. All of them. You're absolutely right. There's no need to despair any longer. You have it in yourself to overcome such weaknesses. Follow a path I've opened to you, and there will be a thing of the past, a mere memory. That's one option, sure. A good one too. But sorry, it's not what I'm going to be picking. Man, I'm even more of a loser than I figured. Even now, I just can't bring myself to forget the taste of the chocolate I had that day. When Rufina and Reese found me, I was crushed beyond measure. I thought I'd never be able to stand up against and overcome the despair I felt. That's why that bitter, sweet taste left such a strong impression. It's why it gave me the strength to move forward, even knowing how hardships awaited. Because for every hardship, there'll be just as much joy waiting for me. So, sorry, Faceless. Thing ain't gonna work out between us. Huh, very well. I'm not about to force you to change your mind. But let's see how far such pathetic sentimentality would take with your lives in place of mortal peril, shall we? No. I started in Rostrum. You have to face both guardians of Gadhana's gates at once this round. You may be a Dominion, but surely you realise you don't stand a chance. You have to worry about that girl with you. Well, having second thoughts? Don't you dare listen to him, Kevin. I'll be fine. Don't let worrying about me stop doing what's right. Two high-ranking devils and you? Against us? Just the two of us? Things aren't looking so hot. At least that was before I knew I'm not the man I once was. Spirit of Earth. Space element attack hits all foes on field, especially effective against the devils. Yes. What is that? It's the other side of my stigma. It's the light side. Been there all along, just never able to see it until now. Seems like I owe you a word of thanks, Faceless. Turning down that deal you threw out has finally allowed me to gain a little confidence. As a token of my appreciation, you can be the first one to see what it can do, and its victim. I welcome you to try.